Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I can't say good morning because it's not morning. I'm moving you. Careful. Bloop. Moved you. I'm so stressed out, and before I start, going down the rabbit hole of being stressed out and getting anxiety and everything, I thought maybe we could just make a little bit. Oh, I forgot to bring the baggies. I'm gonna bring the baggies in a bit. A couple presents for my Etsy store, Remember, I wanted to use up those baggies so I don't toss them. And I thought, what do I put in them? Something long. And I know I have a couple leftovers from my die cuts that I have, and they fit perfectly. So I thought maybe a couple of, like a die cut and then a couple little things. Also, I don't know if this is going to fit in the small one. This might, probably together. I punch stuff out, and if I punch it in a row like this, I love it because you can use it as a background if you make something. So I hope the customers don't think that it's like a piece of trash that I'm giving them. I always hope that. I'm always concerned about that. And you might hear BJ bark. There he is, crying. Come over here, BJ. He's looking right at me. You can come. My husband is stuck on the highway, and he has been stuck there for a couple hours now. He has AAA, but I turned around to BJ when he was barking, and then he gave me a yawn. Let me fix this. Okay, I brought some little baggies too. I don't know if BJ is going to cooperate today or not, but yeah, my husband has been stuck for a couple hours now, and it's not good. What do I want? What do I need? What did I bring? There, my numbers that I stamped. He called AAA, and they said they'll be there in, like, I don't know, an hour. So he waited for 1.5 hours, and then he called them back, and then they said, oh, it's gonna take 2 more hours. I'm just gonna throw this in there. It doesn't matter where it lands. What else? A couple butterflies. You see, if I have leftover papers from my die cuts, I tend to punch it. Just punch it. And then have a little bit something there that I can gift. But it's going to get stuck because it's fine. That's fine. That's all. It's just supposed to be a tiny little gift. And I do have a ton of washi tape right here on my thing. So I'm just gonna glue it in the back. And this is just a little gifty. If someone orders for $5 or something, like one item, I still will gift something to go with that. I won't just leave it and not give anything. Yeah, however, he called them back and they said it's gonna take, I don't know, a long time still. And mind you, he was working, and that happened after work, and my husband has to drive. He has a long drive, 70 miles one way. So he was out of the house for, I don't know, when did he call me? Probably for 12 hours already. So he's super tired and hungry and upset, of course, that the car broke down. And it's the second time that the car broke down in 2 weeks now. And it's, I don't know how many times. It has been a lot of times by now that it happened. He needs a new car. He bought his car. That was his first car. So he has been driving it for 20 years. I don't know, was it his first car? Or maybe it was just his first new car. He bought it new, and then he drove it for 20 years. So it's 20 years old. So it's breaking. Right? He needs a new car, but it's just, however, he called Michelle at school and asked her if she could pick him up. I went to the store and got the part that he needed for his car to fix it and be able to drive. So I got that, but that was the extent of what I can do, because I still can't drive highway, guys. Since the accident, I just can't. Let me see. This one probably. So yeah, I went to the auto shop and I got the part that he needed, but that's it. Now Michelle has had to leave school, and Michelle goes to school, I believe, 40 miles in the other direction, so she had to go back, and now she's going there, which is 1 more hour drive. And I'm glad that nothing happened. Everybody's okay. Nothing happened, but I'm stressed out. You know, I'm thinking it's the second time in 2 weeks, and then what's gonna happen? He needs to go to work every day, and he needs another car, and just everything and anything, you know. So I decided I'm gonna just use my friends here on YouTube to take my mind off of everything and make some little presents with you. I know it's not much, but you know what I'm giving for one item, but I can't give more. If somebody orders like over $10, I give something extra to go with that. If somebody orders over $15, I give something extra, you know. I try to give extras, and this is just the little ones. So many times I'm just out of everything. And I told you, right? I have like designer papers that I cut down to smaller sizes and just give them just little things, just a couple little things, because I think it's nice when you order something and then you get a little extra. So that's what I'm doing. And those were the baggies that I did not want to toss, because I don't want to toss plastic just like that, right? We all want to reuse stuff. So I got some more, which I can use, I guess, because I don't have the long ones anymore. But then normally or usually, those are the baggies I would make. They are smaller. They are like this. And I'm just going to grab a couple here. And we did get some stuff, right, that I wanted to give away. And I'm just going to put the punch outs right here. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Oh, that's one more long baggie, I guess. Yeah, I could do one more. So let's do another long one. One more. Let's find a good thing here that is not ripped or anything. This looks good. And one of these. Oh God. I have had the worst headache today already. I wasn't having a good day already. And then when my husband called me and told me that, I was all out. I was just so upset. And I can hear in his voice he's upset and tired. And, you know, he sleeps like only a couple hours a night. And then he has to go again. And he helps so much in the house when he comes back from work. So he's busy, working a lot and helping a lot. You know, he's... A lot of times when he walks inside from work, and he has been out for 14, 15 hours, sometimes longer, the first thing that he's gonna do is wash the dishes. You know, he doesn't just go and watch TV or whatever. Anything that needs to be done, he does. Because sometimes I'm having such a bad day, I can't even do that. So yeah, he's very much appreciated here. And very, very helpful. Okay, let's see. I'm not sure if these are gonna fit or if I would have to. They're not gonna fit here. I would have to cut those to size. Do I feel like it? Not really, but I will do what I gotta do, right? So right now I'm just gonna put them aside because they won't fit. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and make a little something here. One of the cameras and some butterflies. And I told you, right, that I did sew all of these leftover pieces. So I made like a little ruffle here to go in there as well. What am I doing? Ruffle, and then one of the things that I organized. Yeah, something like that. Did I put everything in there? I think I did. Okay, so I should have, oh, I have leftover boxes. Oh God, it's a big box. What should I do? Okay, I need to bring all of the big pieces, and I'm gonna take those two that I finished already, and I'll just bring them to my packing station. All right, I also brought my little baggie where I put all of the gifts in. This way everything stays in one spot. Okay, so yeah, this is what I do. I sit there and I just fill up little baggies, and it takes me forever. And then I don't know, I probably have, I don't know, 100 orders in a month. So I need a lot of those baggies made if I want to do that, you know. So it takes a long time, but I'm happy if somebody uses it. So that makes me happy and makes everybody happy. This way I can also gift all of the, not leftovers, but I don't know what to call it, because I produce so much. I have so much stuff, you know. And a couple of my listings, let's say it this way, a couple of my listings were just because I was giving little gifts and people were asking me to actually sell whatever I was giving to make some and sell them because they wanted more. But that was not the reason why I made them. The reason was I was using up leftovers. So, you know, sometimes I would put some beads in there as well. I have bought so many beads at Dollar Tree and everywhere. So I had a ton, and I gave a ton away too, just because I will never use them all up. I will not use them all up. And I give a couple numbers, and as you can see, the numbers are stamped on leftover papers, but it doesn't matter. We mostly glue the numbers like this, right? So I figured it shouldn't matter that it is like that. It's something cool. I would use them. The problem is I just can't use them all, right? Look how many I have here, and I have a lot of leftover papers there to stamp more. So it's a lot. It's a lot. And I have a lot more papers to go and punch more stuff. Yeah, it's just what it is. I just need time. I don't have that much time like I would like to. Look, I need to. I also have like these. I don't know. These are probably just not cut yet or whatever. And I might need to order more of the little envelopes. What else do I have here? Yeah, I have more stuff to stamp on. And I have more punched stuff. I can actually just take it out and put it in here as well, because they are punched already. The only thing I want to do is mix them up, so it's not like somebody gets only white, and you know, we can get more colors. So thank you so much for sitting here and spending time with me. You know, you are like my therapist. I told you, right, that I did call a therapist. Finally, once again, I got all the energy and everything together to call a therapist. But sadly, she said she has no spots left, and she only has like somebody she supervises, but then I have to pay out of pocket, and I can't afford that. You know, I don't know what she said, 80, 100, I don't know, but it's for one time. So if I go there like 10 times, I'm out what? Oh, that's way too many, because I'm out $1,000, $2,000. Who can afford that? And I know that once I go, it's probably going to take a long time. It's not going to be like a 2-session thing. So, yeah. Now I have to master all of my energy again to go and find another doctor. We don't have many around here, and I don't drive highway yet. You know, I have to see a doctor to be able to drive highway. And I can't see a doctor because I can't drive highway. It's a circle. It always is. Ooh, I'm in luck. I don't want to jinx it. Did I? I did not put anything. I don't want to jinx it, but I'm in luck. I put BT to bed and he's not barking. And their dinner time is coming up, which means an hour before dinner time, they try to get me to give them food. They start. Mostly Luna starts with her big, sad, hungry eyes. It's like as if she never gets food. That's how Luna looks all the time. I need to get a couple of those here too, so it's easier for me. But I'm in luck. He seems to have fallen asleep. So that's good, right? This way we can at least make a couple. So it's enough for a week or two. I did get, oh yeah, I got a special order today. And it's a lot to do. I finished a lot of it already, but there's still a lot to go. But instead of doing this now, I could go and finish it now, but then I will be sitting in alone in the living room. Oh, what is this? This butterfly has a broken wing. And I would be just thinking, you know, and my brain would just run. And I really don't want my brain to run and think about all the problems that we are having, because there's nothing I can do about them. And I learned, I really did learn while I was sick last month and this month, no, last month. I learned that there's nothing I can do about it, and stress is really bad for me. I mean, I always knew that stress is really bad for me, but I just learned that either I stress and I don't stress, it doesn't change anything about the situation. So I try to find ways to do something. Like right now, I know this is the best for me, so I go and do the best for me. I don't do the best for my Etsy store. I don't do the best for my family. I do the best for me right now. Because if I'm, like it happened last month, if I'm in this much trouble with my health, then my whole family suffers. And they suffered. They did. They had to drive me to the emergency room and do everything and get everything for me. And I'm pretty sure they were stressed and worried because I was just in a bad state. But I'm trying to do more for me. That's what I'm trying to say. I think we all have to take care of ourselves. And I always knew it, but it's also very, very hard. Something I learned or finally understood, you know, when I don't feel good, I would be so upset and feeling super guilty if I couldn't vacuum or I couldn't do the dishes or cook. You know, I felt like that's on me and that's I have to do, and if I don't do it, I don't know, the world's gonna stop. And my husband kept telling me, nobody's gonna die, you know, I'm a grown man, I can feed myself. But it never stayed in my brain. I did not hear him. And then for 11 days straight, I was out of it. So the sickest days was 11 days in a row. And for 11 days, I did absolutely nothing but laying down. Nothing at all. And I learned, finally, nobody died. The house didn't break down. You know, I didn't vacuum. I didn't cook. I didn't wash the dishes. I did nothing. and everybody survived just fine. You know, I couldn't imagine this prior to me feeling so sick. So actually me being so sick had something positive in it too. I learned a lesson. First of all, I learned, and I don't know if I told you this, if you know, I'm just repeating myself, but I knew that my husband would do what needs to be done to help me out or whatever, but I learned that he would do anything I want without questioning. So when I was feeling bad, I did not have to explain anything. And this is another, I don't know if you can say bad part of me, maybe. If I need anything or I asking for anything, I explain. I give a lot of explanations, and I try to justify why I need help, and you know, a lot. There's a lot of explaining if there's anything I'm telling my husband. And he always tells me he doesn't need the explanations. What am I forgetting? Am I forgetting anything? No, right? He always tells me he doesn't need the explanations. But then I think if I don't explain to him, he's gonna think something wrong, you know, something that's not true. But I learned I didn't explain anything. If I said I gotta go to the hospital, he said, let's go. I didn't have to explain why. And, you know, if I said I need this, then he got up and got me this. I didn't need to explain anything at all, you know. And if I said I need to go again to the hospital at the same day, it just happened. So that was an amazing thing for me to learn. It might not sound like that, but for me, it was an amazing thing to learn. One time I went to the hospital because I couldn't breathe. And when I got out, my husband came. He was at home. He was feeling sick himself already. So he came to pick me up, and I went to his car, and I still couldn't breathe. And it was okay for me to just go back to the hospital. And he waited in the middle of the night in his car. And he didn't say a word. He didn't make me feel bad. I don't know why I expect this. Maybe because that's how I lived my life before. That I thought if somebody is doing something for me, then they must be upset because they have to do this for me. But he did not act upset at all. So that made everything so much easier. From one side, from the other side, I was feeling so bad, and they were stressing and doing all of this stuff. And I thought I will never get better. So I was thinking about things like, you know, telling them to put me in a home or something because I didn't want them to stress out anymore. You know, I just didn't. I didn't want them to deal with me forever like this. And at some moments I didn't believe that I'm gonna get better ever. So, and then I did. I do feel better. I do feel much better, but it's up and down. My stomach never feels good anymore, but it's good enough. You know, I can sit, I can talk, I can watch TV, and, you know, all of that I couldn't do for the 11 days. I can do a little, I can make the videos, I can craft. So that's a lot, really. I can take care of my Etsy store again. And then there are days where I can't, but I guess that's okay because now I have days where I can. So I will not end up not doing anything at all anymore. That would be terrible, I think. Life is so weird. Some lessons you just learn in a situation. I was supposed to learn it a long time ago, and my husband kept telling me the whole time all of these things, you know, that nobody's gonna die if I don't cook or clean or something. From the beginning, he was telling me that he did not get a maid, he got a wife, you know. So I don't know why I'm putting all this pressure on myself, thinking that I am This is my responsibility. My responsibility is to vacuum, and if I don't do that, I will beat myself up as if, I don't know, as if I didn't give somebody a medication that they needed to survive. That's the same way it feels. Like someone is gonna die if I don't do it. I don't know why I beat myself up. I'm my worst enemy. I put so much pressure on myself. I want to be so good, you know. So I wish I was like people who don't care. Some people don't care at all. They don't even want to be good. You know? How? How is this possible? I don't just want to be good. I constantly try working on myself, change something. You know, if it's not like I start working on myself by drinking water only, or by reducing coffee, or by getting up earlier, even earlier. What for? I do not know. Nobody makes me wake up early, but I do. You know, I don't have to go to work. I can wake up whenever I want to wake up. I can go to sleep whenever I want to go to sleep. But no, I set myself certain goals. Go to sleep by that time. Wake up by that time. It's just, I don't know why. Always. There's always some kind of goal I have for myself to change myself. I don't know if it's good or bad, really. But I can tell you it's very exhausting. Good or bad, I don't know, but super exhausting for sure. Oh God, we've been sitting here for what, half an hour now? Probably. And I didn't make too many. And I just keep making them, but that's not too many. It's probably not going to even be enough for a week. So I want to finish those. Yeah. I don't know. Let me know, guys. How do you deal with that? With the pressure that you put on yourself? Is it normal? Does everybody do that? Because for me, in my brain, I think it's normal. I think that everybody puts too much pressure on themselves. But then I look at my husband and he doesn't seem to put any pressure on himself. He's so chill. I don't know how we are married. Seriously, I don't know how we are married. We are so different. So different. He just chilling out. Whatever it is, if it's not an emergency situation, he might do it or he might not. You know, if you tell him, I don't know. Oh, he was supposed to call somebody and ask about his car, and it's not an urgent situation, but I would like this to be done because I just like things to be done as soon as possible. So I asked him if he's gonna call, and he just said, yeah, I will, sometime. And for me, it's like, sometime. I need a frame. I need a time frame. You know, it can't be sometime. He asked me to call insurances and get a quote because he looked at another car already. And the car is not gonna even be ready for at least a month. And I said I will call. So next day I started calling. And I didn't feel very well. And the calls took a long time. So I called only 2. And I was feeling so bad and guilty again. Because I didn't call all the insurances I was supposed to call. Who said I was supposed to call them? Me. He just asked if I have time to, you know, get some quotes. But for me, in my brain, that meant I have to call every insurance in America and ask for a quote. And I have to do it right now. I can't take 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. I had to do it 2 days ago. But since I didn't manage because I wasn't feeling too well and I only called 2, I'm at fault. Even though I have a month or maybe more time. So why? I need to fix my brain. I need to. My brain is not right. And the worst thing is, I understand that my brain is not right. But even now, while I tell you this, my brain is trying to tell me, yes, you are right. You were supposed to call and you should have called. That should have been done by now. You know? I hope I'm not forgetting stuff while I'm talking to you here. I'm putting everything in there. So, see? That's why I get much less stuff in here. I need to take out the cards too. Because now I need to cut the cards down. Yay. And I will do it because I do not want to toss the cards. You know, I want to be using them to gift them. But I need to cut them down. So I don't even know. Will I take like a paper cutter or something and do that? Or how am I supposed to do that? No clue. I'll figure something out. But yeah, let me know in the comments. What do you do to yourself? What do you do to not punish, but what is it called? To torture yourself. Yeah, because this is torture. It's torture, and I don't know why we do that. I torture myself for no reason at all. I'm the one. So yeah, stuck just a little piece of paper in there, and that's fine too. And a couple of butterflies. Ah, I'm having a good time. Good time. Ooh, I just remembered why I was here. So yeah, it helped me forget. Totally. I totally forgot. Ooh, if you have dogs, let me know if, what was it? Salmon oil. Salmon oil. I saw on TikTok. They said that salmon oil was good for dogs' skin and hair and stuff. So let me know if it is. If you have any experience with that, then I'm going to order it for Luna. You know, I would try. I don't mind trying if it doesn't work. I just don't want to do anything bad for her. She has allergies. We don't know what she's allergic to, but she's allergic to something. Right now, her stomach looks so good. So I don't jinx it. But a lot of times her stomach just, there is no hair. And it's itchy. And it has wounds. So yeah, a lot of times it's like that. And I was thinking maybe get her the oil. Maybe that's going to make it better. Anything. I would get anything to make it better for her. I don't know. We can't figure out why. And the doctor said there is, it doesn't make sense to try and check her for allergies because it could be anything. So they would have to check for everything and anything. And I don't know how that works, but he said it doesn't make sense. So, I don't know. Don't know how that works. Okay, what else am I putting in here though? Oh, I still have some of these little cards. And you see, I've made quite a few now. And I still have a lot of punch outs. Yeah, not full. Do I have more of those? I don't know. I have two, at least two. Let's finish these and then see. It's like BJ. I told you, we don't think BJ is a purebred. We thought he was when we bought him, but I also told you we didn't understand anything about dogs. For me, BJ is black lab. I don't know. But I feel like he might be a mix. And you know what they say about mixed dogs, right? They are healthy and they live forever. BJ is turning 14 next month. And his skin is good. Well, he does have his problems. His stomach is not very good, but my husband always tells me it's because I'm his mama and the dogs just copy, you know, whatever his human has. So BG and I, we have problems with the stomach. But other than that, he has no allergies. He eats whatever, you know, and he's good. But Luna, my poor baby has allergies. Okay. I must say my back is hurting already. I think this will come to an end very soon here. And it has been a long time, so you have been listening. Hopefully you are crafting while you're listening to me. I would love that. If you're crafting or doing something you enjoy, you know. I'm having a hard time watching YouTubers while I craft, because most of the time when I craft, my camera's on, so I'm talking to you. So when I watch YouTubers, it's mostly when I'm supposed to be in bed. I'm supposed to go to bed, but I will watch YouTubers. And lately, I haven't been up to date. You know, the last I watched was, I don't know, I think Gail was the last person I watched, or was it, what's her name? Bohemian Crafting? Bohemian Crafting? What's her name? Oh my God, I forget. Okay, I forget. I will remember later. Okay, we're done. Let me see if I have any baggies here. Yes, I have a couple left over here. There and there. And then what is this? This another baggie. And then you see, I keep all of them. When I order something and there is a baggie to go with that, I'll just keep it. And if there, look, teeny tiny one, and I kept it, of course, because it's plastic. And then what do? I can just go ahead and reuse it and send it to somebody else, and I don't need to throw away plastic. Same I deal with, like, I do send my stuff out in bags because there's no other way. At least I don't know any other way. I don't want it to get wet or, you know, anything like that. So I send it out in bags. But if somebody orders more than one item, I try to fit as many in one bag as I can, so I don't send out tens of bags every day. I just don't like that. Gotta think a little bit about my environment. Not too much. I don't do too much. I'm not like I almost said freak. Maybe you don't call it freak. What do you say? Obsessed. I'm not too obsessed, but I try. You know, I recycle as much as I can. So that's why I do a little bit of something. And paper crafters are the best recyclers anyways. So we're good, right? Okay, let's finish up those couple bags and then I will get out of your way. Oof, I took some medication today and I've never done this before, I think. First of all, I took 2 different pills, and that's something I never do. But my headache just wouldn't stop, and my pain, it just wouldn't stop. It drove me crazy. Plus the stress, I think everything together. And now I feel funky, a little funky right now. Let's say 2 of these. I try, my brain likes evenly done stuff. So if I do 2 of those, I do 2 of these. They're different numbers. Sometimes I think it would be so much easier and faster if my brain wouldn't try to even out all the stuff. You know, then I could just grab and go. I'm happy I stopped counting these, because at the beginning my brain said I have to count these, so each pack gets the same amount. So crazy. That's why random doesn't work for me. I can't do random. It's bad. Random, no good. I have to count, and I have to be okay in my brain with whatever I've done. Okay, we didn't even make a dent. You see, I still have everything here. I have a lot of these left over, which is good because I can make more. These are not going to last for that long. I'm not going to count them now, but they're not going to last for that long. So I will have to do more anyways. And then I have some stuff prepared at least. I was out of everything while I was sick. There was barely anything there to gift. So I think I was mostly gifting papers. Well, my husband was, but I mostly had just papers left there. So I'm happy to make a couple new gifts here. I'm happy about that. And it's easier for me later. I don't have to think or anything, I can just grab a baggie and be happy about that. You know. And maybe people will be happy too when they receive that. Okay, shall we fill up this teeny tiny one? Yes. Let's fill it up. I don't even know where it opens. The teeny tiny one is gonna get some stuff too. It doesn't matter, does it? I'll give some more numbers just because I don't know if I can give some more of the other stuff. Oh, the camera fits very good. And this fits very good. How about the little ruffle? Oh, the ruffle fits? Yes. How about at least a couple? I don't know. I'm gonna just trim a ruffle. No, it fits. Very good. Even this little baggie is used. Okay, so I'm gonna close this. Just because it needs to be closed. Otherwise, see, this is some recycled stuff from somewhere else. Okay, I have this, I have this, I have this, and this is how I stamped the numbers. I brought the numbers here for some reason. I've done this. Those are my baggies. Put them away. Everything is gonna go where it belongs. And then I will just have to figure out, oh, you know what? My back hurts already so bad. I'll have to figure out how to cut these. Oh, maybe I should have left one baggie. Kirk, do I have one, please? Only one little baggie, but I don't. I have one with the numbers here, but I need to figure out. They are 2. So if I cut down, like this, will that fit? I know, way too much work, guys, way too much work. No, why not? I don't want that much trouble. Christ almighty. So I would have to cut down to, oh, that's not gonna work. This paper is way too thin to cut it with this. Oh, that's gonna be so much work. Look, I would have to cut it down to 1 3/4. Okay, well, I will see. I'll take it with me and see if I can do it with my guillotine. But then the guillotine, I can't hold it. Or I'll just do it with my scissors. How do I do that? You know what? I'm not gonna cut it down. It's too much work. I'm just gonna keep it like that and gift it additionally. That's what I decided to do right now. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little talk. I know I haven't done much, but you know, you have done a lot for me here. For almost an hour, I count down, and I think I'll be all right now. I'll wait for my family to come back home. If you enjoyed it, thumbs up, share, subscribe. I always say that. But, you know, if it's okay, let me know in the comments. If it's okay to sometimes just come and talk, you know, while I do something that needs to be done. So, guys, I hope you have a good day, and I hope I see you soon. Bye-bye.